Lisa deserves that apology. Lisa, without that apology, would not be able to sleep at night.
So you think Teddy wrote Fast Forward for you?
Yeah, I love Taemin and I want to marry him, but I don't think I will after this.
That's why K-pop scares me. Like, it's so intense.
Me and Teddy Oppa, we share the same birthday.
Hi, welcome to Kpop Cancelled. My name is Angelina, and today we are joined by Toxic Blink Sherry.
Very exciting.
So exciting. I'm so excited to have you back. I'm sure everyone else is as well because our last episode was so much fun. So what did you think of like the feedback, the comments, what people had to say about you?
I mean, like, personally, like, I was really surprised. So, a few days ago, I searched it up and 20K people actually watched it. I wasn't
Mhm.
expecting it to be, like, such a big thing. But it was interesting because now I remember, like, it was interesting how people called me delusional. And they were like, bless her heart, she's so delusional and everything. And, like, I was thinking, like, honestly, everything is a joke. And, like, I don't take things seriously. But it was interesting how people thought I was delusional. And some people actually really, really liked me. And
Mhm.
I got a lot of people to follow me, which was really interesting. And I feel like because I'm really busy, I can't respond to some people. But it was very interesting how like a lot of people liked it. And then I was there for the premiere. It was so exciting. It was a whole thing. Like it was so like exciting chatting with everybody. And I think that's when like my love for Teddy peak like showed a little bit. Like it's, you guys saw it.
Oh, tell us about your love for Teddy, why don't you?
Oh my god, guys, like listen. After years of having no absolute crush or love or anything like that, then there was this 2000 where it was COVID, it was sad, it was everything was dead, and then I discovered Teddy, and I discovered him through one time. I guess not through one time, but like you know what I'm saying, like through Big Bang and 21 and Blackpink. But then I searched him up and I read about his history, and then like he was in a band called One Time. I'm not sure if a lot of people know this, but he was actually part of a group as well, one of YG's first groups. And then
Mhm.
I was like, oh my god, he is so hot and attractive, and like honestly, you guys need to watch him there. And then his personality as well, he's pretty cool. But as we know now, when he's come, like he's becoming more public. Like I feel like like showing himself more, and he has such a good vibe in my opinion. Like he seems like a very good safe person. Anyway, so that's when my love for him started, and then it was just so intense. Like I would listen to everything he would create, and I would try to find like breadcrumbs of him, which is very hard to
Okay.
find because he's not like Blackpink or Big Bang or 21 where they were like already second gen was like messed up, hard to find
Oh,
videos.
yeah.
But imagine first gen, I would watch like really random videos of him, like very bad quality guys. I would find little snippets, and then but yeah, like I was in love with him. And that's my like he got me through, I feel like, my hard semester one of COVID, like my uni and also COVID. Like his song, like their song One Time One Love actually saved me and my life. I'm not kidding.
Oh,
Anyway,
wow.
yeah, it was really intense. And then I think um like to me, in my opinion, like he is a very good person, and I think like Blackpink is definitely gonna stay in YG, and Blackpink definitely wants to work with him. And then that's it. And then the intensity died a little bit, but there was a time where I would actually go and respond back to anybody who would hate his music or his production, and it would piss me off. Like it would
On
piss me
Reddit?
off on Reddit, and then on this like page, this guy called Nick. He has like a bias list. I'm not sure if you guys know
Okay,
this.
let's not let's not bring real people into this.
Okay, well, guys, ignore that. No, 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 no. No, in my defense, he actually just is the creator of a blog. So
Okay.
it's a blog person. Anyways, I will fight with them as well. Anyone in the comments. Anyways, that was my toxic. Does Teddy have a fandom? That was my toxic Teddy face.
Yeah. Does Teddy have a fandom? Should we create a fandom name for Teddy? For Teddy supporters?
I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like for my Teddy Oppa, which I'm being delusional again in Korea, boo. I'm
What a
gonna I'm gonna be made fun of, and that's okay. I don't know. We should create a fandom. What about?
bears?
Oh my! Wow, black bear.
Is that how is that better? I feel like you're making
No,
fun of me, but how is that better?
no. Think about it. He has black label. He loves
Oh,
black. I feel like I see your vision. I saw your vision, and then I added a little bit of like flavor to make it special for Teddy.
what a collaboration. I'm glad we went through that together.
Guys,
Black bears.
Black
Mm.
Bears. I'm part of the Black Bear fandom, and guys, like he's actually appeared in even Seal Badass female music video. He's the one that has the weird mask. He's actually appeared in there as well.
Oh, fun fact. Yeah, G-Dragon also appeared in 21's Fire.
Oh
My
yes,
dogs
yes,
are
yes, yes.
fighting, I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Speaking of delusional fans, did you hear about what happened with Lisa?
No.
We totally didn't talk about this before and then had to refilm it. So, essentially, Lisa posted these photos of her on vacation. Let me show you. So, these are the photos, really.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah, I see.
Just fun little photos, and like she's in the water, and it just looks really fun and beautiful.
Mm.
Essentially, a New Jeans fan account with like 140,000 followers responded to this saying she looks terrible. And then it created this whole wave. Like, you don't understand how big this got, okay? People trended up hashtag apologize to Lisa on Twitter slash X. And also, the Thai news and the Filipino news also covered this in the news. They covered this, like actual news people covered this. That's how big it got. And of course, you say someone looks terrible. That's mean. You shouldn't be saying that. But like, damn, I feel like I've said a lot worse. Like, not about people's appearances, but just like people. I don't know. Like, I. That's why K-pop scares me. Like, it's so intense, and you can't like predict what will and won't piss people off to that extent that the news covers it.
Well, I mean, like, okay. I think that is very, very intense and uncalled for. And then, like, the thing is, I understand that Lisa is a big deal. Like, she is the most popular member, and then she has a
Mhm.
lot of followers and everything. But I feel like it's really mean that they called her, like, she looks terrible.
Mhm.
In real life, we hear much worse. And I feel
Oh,
like yeah, like this is nothing. Yeah, like I've heard so much worse. I've said so much worse. I've said so much worse as well, like, like to people or even online and everything. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. But also, K-pop is just so intense. Like the fact that the news covered it, I mean, like, is it really a news? Like, I mean, I'm not to be rude or anything, but like, there are other news, like, such as people dying, starving, we have inflation, we have so much shit going on. So I don't understand
yeah.
why this trended and everything, but each to their own. I mean, Lisa deserves that apology. Lisa, without that apology, would not be able to sleep at night. I'm pretty sure she is out here thinking, where are my apologies? Like, I don't think people realize that the actual, like, actually, we can talk. I'm gonna relate this back to the dojo situation. You know how, like, she said that you guys don't know us, like, everything about the artist. You know how there was a whole
Yeah.
scandal, and I fully agree with that because at the end of the day, we actually don't know who Lisa is, and to go and do these kind of things for somebody, in my opinion, is way too intense. Now, I've grown up and I've matured. I used to be like that, but not anymore. I've grown up and matured and learned my lesson.
Sherry from a couple of years ago would have like been part of that hashtag, would have said that is absolutely horrible behavior. Imagine if Lisa would have saw that, she would be crying in her bed and so upset, and she deserves an apology. You would have went on the news to speak on her behalf, I'm sure of it.
Honestly, I probably would have. I mean, I fought with you a lot over Blackpink. Okay, honestly, there were times where it was so intense that I was like, this is it. This girl is gonna block me and I'm never gonna be able to talk to her again. And it was just so intense and insane. So I think I definitely would have been there and I would be like trending, like, But yeah, like guys, I've matured and I've learned, and now that I'm also like kind of like into Taylor Swift now, I understand that honestly, Blinks are another level. I mean, like yes, Swifties are crazy, but just in general, K-pop, not just
Mhm.
Blinks, sorry, just K-pop in general is just intense. Like it's so intense. Like it's gotten to the point where I see a music video that has 40 million views. I'm like, what is this? Is this a flop? Is this not doing well? Because like I'm so used to like, K-pop's intense like music video and like watching and everything. So I'm like, no, no way.
Oh, yeah, and don't you have something to tell the whole class?
Oh my god, guys, the news is I don't think I deserve the title of the toxic blink anymore. I am just maybe just a Blackpink fan at this point. I've become a Swiftie, and now I feel like in my life, I feel like Taylor Swift like resonates with me more. But Blackpink, like letting you guys know, Blackpink was good for the time that I wanted to feel confident, and I was going through like my adulthood, my first years of adulthood, and I wanted to like feel pretty savage, like when you like rich and like that persona. Like I feel like Blackpink's music sells like when I think about Blackpink's music, I envision like actual Barbie. Like it's so weird. Like like rich fashion and all of these things. So that's when I
Mhm.
was like resonating so much. But I think like now in my 22, gonna be 23 in 1 month actually. I feel like I resonate more with Taylor Swift. And so guys, I'm so sorry, but
We
I'm
lost a
lost.
blink.
I know you lost a crazy blink. I was in 0.05% listeners of Blackpink.
And now she is only listening to Taylor Swift. It really surprised me, honestly, right? Okay, this is kind of just who you are as a person. You're kind of up and down with a lot of things. Like, I don't like this group today, but I like them the next day. So I fully expected this to just be a phase because right after the last episode was filmed, you suddenly were like, I don't like Blackpink anymore. I'm obsessed with Madonna. You changed your the background of your phone to Madonna. I'm like, she's gonna love Blackpink in like a couple of days. It didn't happen. It didn't happen, and I'm surprised. And your phone background is now is nobody. I don't know who it is. Sorry, but it's not anybody famous, right?
No, it's not anybody famous, guys. And today, my
So,
background, I'm so hopeless, guys, is that Sunday errands that I have to run. I made it my lock screen because I'm just so hopeless. And oh my god, your notification is the first. Actually, I have a notification from you. It's the first one, Angelina.
oh, so I feel like as soon as Blackpink announce a comeback, like a couple of years from now, you'll be right back into it for sure.
Honestly, give me a comeback and I'll be right back into it. But guys, oh my god, we can talk about Idol as well. I feel like Jenny's like acting and performance in this, but
Did you see
uh,
it?
I mean, I didn't see it, but I saw like one person's commentary on it, and all I can say that this show is a disaster, and I think like Jenny should have not acted in it. I personally think that YG should have stopped her because girly, this was not it. Like it was just so bad. Like like okay. Well, if Jenny wants to be like like I'm all for idols like expressing their sexuality and everything. Like Jenny is always been, in my opinion, the openly like sexy one, and like she's always like dressed the way she wanted and everything, but I feel like this show just made her sexualized. But I don't think Jenny was able to grasp how bad this show is, if that makes sense. Like the show is just trash. Like I mean, The Weeknd himself was trying to defend it, but there's no defending. It's just bad. Like they made the victim look actual like the person who was like not a victim. Like they made her the mastermind, which in reality she's just a victim. And they made Riken, which he played a very shitty character in my opinion, they made him the victim, which was really crazy. And I think Jenny should have just acted in something else. But guys, actually there is a Blackpink song in my on repeat, and I will show you.
Oh, just
We
one, just one.
Just one, and you'll be surprised which one it is. Please do not cancel me every one. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, no, it is. Okay, well there we go, guys. Don't cancel me. Is one of the girls, the Jenny and the.
No.
I'm so sorry. Jenny sounds so amazing in this. Like I feel like Jenny, like should release an album soon. Like she sounds so amazing. I love her verses. Although the song is very bad, but
Yeah, I can't even make it to her part in the song. I absolutely, no offense to The Weeknd, I cannot stand his music at all. Like, I just don't like the sound of it, so I can't even make it to her part to see if she sounds good or not. I can't. I
honestly,
can't.
she sounds so amazing. And then I'm so sorry to Lily Rose Depp, but girly, she's not a singer. She needs to go and
I don't think she sounds that bad, to be honest. Like her audio, I'm just a freak, yeah. Like it's trending on TikTok and I've heard it a lot.
mm,
I think, I've heard worse, I'm gonna say. That's all I'll say.
yeah, definitely. I feel like but I don't know. I just the whole thing was just not it, and I just wish that Jenny didn't act in this. Jenny should have debuted. I feel like honestly in a K drama or in like some American. If they were gonna put her in American TV, a good one, because she is such a like in my opinion, she's an all rounder, right? She can be a really good actress. But the lines that she was saying, I'm not gonna say it because they have the F word, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it though for it.
You
Um,
can say it.
yeah, like, am I a good fuck? No, 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 that's
Yeah.
not what I said. Is she a better fuck than me? And I was just like, what the hell is this? I was like, what the hell? What does
Yeah,
that
but
even mean?
on that note, because I've heard it all. I've seen all the criticism that she didn't deliver her lines very well, or she's not a good actress, or actually she is a really good actress. But I feel I've also heard kind of the criticism that people are coddling her too much because, you know, you see the script, is she a better fuck than me? Like it's like she knows what she's doing, right? Are we really coddling her, saying like, oh, she must have not known, she should have, YG should have stepped in? Like, do
Mm,
we really think that, is my question.
that's a very good point. I think she definitely knew, but I wonder if she knew that how this show is gonna be. Like, I don't know if she saw the whole script or not, but then I saw another tweet or something about Jenny actually saying that she actually liked it when like the actual female writer left or Sam Levinson was on it. So I
Hmm.
don't think like Jenny is free of blame or anything like that, or like I wish like K-pop companies being more strict, and YG isn't like this, so I wish that YG was more strict.
Oh, you wish YG was more
Yeah,
strict.
because like if YG actually like was a little bit more like SM and JYP in that regards, like they would have been able to control like what the artist does better.
I think they're already quite strict, and I feel like they were totally on board. I don't know, I just feel like YG also knew what it was. I mean, they're the ones who have to kind of not confirm or deny, approve essentially what they do, right? Because there's an example of Lisa, when Lisa was going to hang out with Sorn from CLC in her vlog. Sorn said, we can't show Lisa's face because of her company. So we know that YG is controlling in that sense, that Lisa couldn't appear in Soren's vlog for whatever reasons, and also Rosie, she couldn't appear in her other friend's vlog as well. I don't remember who it was, because of like company rules. I feel like they have a very good grasp on what they will allow their idols to do and what they won't allow their idols to do, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. Okay. I didn't know these two facts, so I guess. But couldn't my Teddy, my like, couldn't he, couldn't he stop this disaster? I mean, I'm pretty sure they got his opinion on it as well. I'm pretty sure he also saw the script. I
I
mean,
I highly, highly doubt that, but I'm sure if he could have, he would have stopped it for you.
I know, because how could he not see this? Like, how could he not see how bad this is gonna be? And I mean, Jenny just went from, in my opinion, like, no, no. Anyways, So sad. I thought unless his English has gotten worse since he's moved out of America. That's a different story. Guys, as as a toxic blink fact, I'll tell you something. I don't know if you know this. I'm not a blink anymore, but I guess like I will tell you guys this. So, does anyone know how like Lisa got actually approved or something? Like
Tell us.
I think like one of the one-time members, his name is Danny. He actually was during the audition and he really liked Lisa and he told like, YG at a time that you should definitely get her and like get her on board. And he said something about like, I don't know remember the full details, but that's the part like I remember. So he was there and then that's it. She got accepted and everything.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
always wonder, like during audition processes, what they look for in people. Because obviously, these days we see a lot of idols who people say are untalented. They can't sing, they're not like dancing super well, but they still make it into these pretty big groups. So I always wonder what people look for in the audition process. And I feel like 10 years ago, like people would train for a lot longer and thusly they would debut a lot
Mm.
more prepared, right? They were a lot more prepared. These days I feel like they train for a little bit and then they debut and it's a much quicker process. But I always wonder what they look for.
I'm I think like personally I think they look for someone who is charismatic. It depends on the company actually, I think. It actually depends on the company. Like for SM I
Mhm.
think they will look for vocals more often, but then we have someone like Lucas who just went there and did a fashion show and got approved as far as I've heard. I could
Okay.
be wrong. And citizens, I could be wrong. Don't attack me. But just so you know, we all were not there as well before you attack me. We all
That's a good point. No one was there, so
No
who
one was
knows?
there. Who knows? But that's what I've heard that he actually didn't like wouldn't be wasn't able to sing. But I feel like SM looks for um singers. But I actually think that Mark from NCT changed a lot of things because Mark is like the only, in my opinion, good rapper in SM.
Okay.
And Mark and Yang Yang from Wavy, but I think Mark changed a lot and then changed like I feel like that's why SM is trying to do more like is looking more for rappers as well. And then I think JYP in my opinion, JYP is just JYP. I feel like they look for personality from what I've heard is that they look for personality and everything.
Well,
But
there's a show called A2K that they're filming right now. Have you heard of it?
no.
So JYP, he's trying to make an American girl group using the K-pop system. And from what I've
But
seen, he's looking more for moldability, if that makes sense. So we get to see the audition process, and in the audition process, even if the people are bad, let's say they're technically bad, he would rather somebody be technically bad but moldable, like be able to be taught a good technique, than someone who has been taught a bad technique and they're good at that bad technique, if that makes sense. So someone who's able to be moldable because it's easier to
flexible.
flexible, someone, it's easier to teach someone a good technique if they haven't been persistently taught the bad technique. I don't know if that makes sense, but
But then that explains why most of JYP idols, like, they're singing out of their register and um like I don't know, like most of the Twice songs, guys, like as good as they are, don't get me wrong, we love Twice, we stand them.
mhm.
As good as they are, I feel like most of them are actually not made for them. Like, they sound so like I feel like high pitched, if that's the word. Like they sound like it's just out of their range. And that's why they struggle to sing live, I feel like. Um, Whereas I feel like YG's music, right, is actually made for them. Like, Blackpink in their good days, like Coachella, like which was amazing, they were able to deliver the lines, especially Rose. She really shocked me. But like I feel like YG personally looks for charisma, and that explains why most of their idols are so charismatic. Like I mean, look at G Dragon, look at like CL, look like most of their idols were so charismatic. Like, and then we have like Blackpink, Lisa, Jennie, but I think they also look for like the swag, like if someone has swag, that makes
Okay.
sense. If that makes sense, but I think that's their process, in my opinion. And Hype,
Okay.
honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Hype just keeps on like pumping out. I feel like Hype is just collecting all the other leftovers. If that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Not leftover. Not in. Not, that's not a good word. I feel like all
They're
the
just collecting all the companies.
they're just collecting, and then they're just I don't know what they're doing. All I know is that they ruined SM, and now SM is just sad and hopeless. But yeah,
Oh, you think so?
I think so. I don't think SM has had any good songs this year.
This year. Hmm.
I thought Espa
I
Spicy was alright.
I wasn't a huge fan of it, to be honest. I have some news for you. So I actually really got into aespa this year, despite my disdain for spicy.
I'm telling you,
What?
Queen.
Don't act so shocked.
No, I'm telling you, Queen. Espa is such. I mean, guys, look at Karina, right? She is, in my opinion, like she's so attractive and hot and amazing. Like I don't know. I just think Karina just has her own vibes. If that's okay, guys. I remember when like when she was announced, like I was there. I remember like being like, oh my god, like she is so pretty and cool and everything. Which apparently my friend was like, apparently she used to be an Instagram person or someone like
Oh,
like something I don't remember. She had said it in a Korean way. I don't remember it, but apparently she was actually kind of popular even before she got into aespa.
she was in, I think it was Kai or Taemin's music video, or she performed with one of them pre-debut.
Oh my god, I think so. Was it I think Taemin.
I think it was
um
Taemin.
is that was she in Want music video?
Maybe. No, I really don't know. I mean, I'm
but
still an SM anti to my core, so forgive me.
but we love Taemin over here.
I I was obsessed with Taemin when I was younger. I Let's not get into that. I was way obsessed, like way too obsessed with him.
Girly, same. I remember, guys, I have a funny story to tell. I remember going, you know how you go on the roller coaster or the ride? I don't know what it was called. Like they take you up and they drop you down.
Mhm.
Um, and then I remember at the top of it, I was like I was so scared, right? And this was in 2000, I think 19. It was my peak K-pop days. So I
Okay.
remember like being on top and I was like, I have something to tell you to my friend. And she was like, what? I was like, I love Taemin and I want to marry him, but I don't think I will after this. The whole thing dropped.
Oh my god.
Guys, I was so hopeless. Like, you guys don't believe the amount of. You see, that I'm telling you, K-pop stans are so intense, and I was intense as well. Because I remember like winning a concert ticket to BTS or something. I'm not even sure if it was real, and I remember being like, "Oh my god!" Like, I need to. I think it was real because I was part of their fan club on Weverse. Anyways, I was like, I need to go. I was planning a whole trip on going. I actually pre-saved the tickets and I chose my seats and everything. And then I was like, this is it. I need to go. Like, I need to go to Korea just to see BTS.
What? I'm guessing you didn't, but when was
I
this?
didn't. This was also in 2019. I mean, I didn't, and thank God I didn't because like it's so insane. Like, what would I done in Korea without like with nothing? Like, because I didn't have any money or anything, so I was like, I need to go,
Just
and
stuck in Korea.
forever, and I'm never coming back again.
The Korea Boo dream, though.
I know, and I was like so insane that I was like, I will camp outside of um Black Label just to see Teddy and everything. Like I was just hopeless.
I
Guys, I'm
remember
changed.
that. I remember you mentioning that quite a few times, actually.
Yeah, I was not joking. I was being serious. It was a serious thing. Girly was going through it. Girly, that's when my love for old, I think, men started. Cause like, how old is Teddy? Actually, his name is not Teddy, guys.
What's his real
Guys,
name?
fun fact, everybody. Just letting you know, me and Teddy Opa, we share the same birthday. We actually do, guys. We do. 14 September. Let me tell you his real name. I'm searching him up. Oh my god, you're like, this girl is gonna get canceled. This girl is so
I'm
cringe.
I'm literally shaking for you. Like I'm so scared.
Guys, it's fine. Yesterday I got yelled by a Karen at work, so this is nothing. I literally had a Karen like yell at me.
There's nothing that anyone could say that would actually get to you.
Generally, there's nothing. You guys can say whatever you want. Anyways, he's 44 years old. His name is Park Hong John. I don't know if I said it right. I think I did.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what his name is based on what you said.
It's Hong John Park. I think I said it
Hong
right because I've
Jong,
heard. Yeah, because
Teddy's real name.
I think I said it right because John at work told me that in Korea they don't have June, they have John. So Jun is read as John. That's the only thing I've learned so far.
Oh, Jun, June, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's actually
Hong
not.
Jun.
It's
Hong Jun.
but then he said that Jun maybe his
John
surname.
John would be like Jeon.
Okay, so Hong Jun.
I think. Let me see what it's written like in Korean.
Guys, you
Yeah,
see
Hong Jun.
Hong Jun.
I'm more of a Korea boo than you, so
I can't even say his name right. Oh my god, you can read that? Oh my god, I can't read that.
you got to try harder. Come on. I always say this that like if you're a second gen stan, it's more I don't know, maybe this isn't true, but if you're a second gen stan, I feel like it's more likely that you know how to read Korean because back then there were no subtitles. You really had to try. You had to learn the language to really try to understand anything. So I feel like Korea boos back then like learned the language, did all that jazz, and these days it's a bit different. The Korea boos just maintain the delusional aspect. They don't really need to learn the language anymore.
I feel like Korea but back then was better because like you could learn like as you see said, but nowadays we're just delusional stands with the hope that one day these idols will look at us and be like, "You are the love of my life. I will spend the rest of my life with you," and it's just a very sad thing. I was part of it,
Yeah, like
but
you're the one. I'm gonna fly you out to Korea. You're gonna come live in my mansion, and we'll live happily ever after.
and we don't even know who these people are. Like these people could be the worst people. They could be red flags all over. They could be worse than everybody you see on dating apps. You never
Oh
know. And
yeah.
we are out here like, but guys, look at this. Park moved to the United States with his family as a young child. He was
Okay.
17 years
Let's just read the whole rest of the Wikipedia article for all the for all the black bears out there. To
old. Guys, he is 44 years old. You can't see my phone, but September 14, 1978, Sherry was born.
we could keep a few things private, you know. We don't want to. Some crazy people out there. I want to keep you safe.
I'm an open book, and I feel like that's a bad thing because at work, I literally say everything that like is happening in my life. It's not a good thing. Guys, don't be like me.
I think it's fine to be an open book. I feel like I used to be an open book, but then I received a lot of online hate and then I kind of closed myself off a little bit just to
Mm,
just to have a sense of safety. I don't know. I just want to
that
keep
makes
you safe.
sense.
Obviously you can say whatever you want. I'm just being dramatic, but yeah.
I will also say my address. No, I won't.
Social security number? I don't know if you have that in Australia.
No, we don't have social security number. We
Credit
have
card number?
guys, there's nothing in my bank account. Like I'm broke. But yeah,
Mood.
I feel like guys, Teddy knew how much I loved somebody named John at work that he made fast forward for me. Like the lyrics explain my attraction and my love and everything towards John, and I feel like Teddy saw that and just made fast forward for me. Like fast forward speaks to me on a deep level.
So you think Teddy wrote Fast Forward for you?
Yeah, 100%. Teddy and Somi. Let's give Somi the credit. Girly wrote the song as well. So Teddy and Somi. We need to be
Oh,
mindful of
yeah,
that.
of
Hmm.
course. She
Go girl,
deserves
Somi.
credit. Fast forward.
Yeah, I know. I love it. Oh my, it's honestly, it's such an interesting song, and I feel like they just wrote it for me.
Yes, I think so too, because it's very specific to your situation.
Very
And
specific.
John happens to be old as hell, and Teddy also happens to be old as hell. Like, you just can't make this shit up.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's not a coincidence. It's has happened. Like, literally. Like, the John at work is only few years younger. But yeah, like exactly. Like all the lyrics speaks to me. Such as like, let me go and find the lyrics.
Everybody loved when you did a deep dive into the lyrics of Shutdown. So I'm so happy that you're bringing up the fast forward lyrics. Let's do it. Come on, let's go.
I know. So I'm
Fast
telling
forward.
you, like fast forward. I honestly love that bit as well because I feel like a lot of people like think everything for everything to be deep, it needs to be like very emotional. But no, everything can be deep if you look at it into the eyes of like deepness. If, is that a word? Is that does that make sense?
The eyes of what?
Like eyes like of like having like looking at everything deep. Like if eyes of like I don't know how to explain what I'm saying. Anyways, ignore that. You see, I'm your future lover. That's how I felt as well. That resonated with me. I felt like I am his future lover.
Okay.
Abandon not your ruler, like from the movie Sweet Promise. There's nothing wrong when it feels so right. I felt like it was right. The connection was there, everything was there. Even without touch, you can feel it already. Actually, that line, guys, even without touch, you can feel it already. It actually reminds me of a song by Taylor Swift, where she describes love as something that you can feel the love. Like it was so interesting. Like it's like about how she sees love through the eyes of somebody else. Like she looked at a couple and she was like, "This is what love is." So you see, she was like, "You can feel it in her. You can feel it like at night and everything." So there we go. That's true. I felt it and I was like, "This is it." Like even without touch, I knew it because my heart was beating and everything was there. There is nothing bad when it sees so right. Look above you, I'm your goddess. But although this doesn't make sense, is he
No,
down on
no, no,
his
no,
knees?
no. Sherry, you are
What?
literally a goddess.
I know, I am a goddess. I got that bit, but look above you. So does that mean that the guy is sitting down there and you're like, look above? Like, as in, like,
Well, religiously, right? Like gods are thought to
oh,
be above you, right?
oh, you see that flew? Yeah,
My
you see,
goddess Sherry.
I know, like, exactly. Like, that's what I told him as well. I was like, you know what? Look, I mean, not above you, but look at me. I am your goddess. Like,
Look
I
eye
am the,
level,
I
or maybe a bit lower than eye level.
yeah, but lower than I was gonna actually say it because I don't think he's the same height. John is not the same height.
Is he's shorter, right?
He's a little bit shorter, not a lot. I feel like last time I said it, they threw a fit at me. So, but yeah, he's a little bit shorter, a little bit.
Okay.
How many lovers do I go through to find you? That's true. I've gone like they wrote this for me because I went through a lot, and I thought that this was the one. I genuinely thought. How many heartbreaks I take just to get to you? How many? And then they say that how many one, how many two. Oh, I didn't know that they say one, two, three. It's
Yeah.
interesting because this is exactly me. Because in my situation, I've only had like actually three heartbreaks. So one, two, three, exactly.
Oh yeah. So who was your bias in BTS?
Jimin,
So Jimin, G
yeah,
Dragon,
G
Teddy.
Drag, Teddy. Guys, this is it. This is it. You see, Jenny hasn't broken my heart yet, so we're good. So
It fits you
three.
so well.
I know. And then in this distorted time, you're here in front of me. It's true. Time is, guys, time is such a weird thing. It's a concept, I feel like. Now think of the one you want picturing my face. That's what I kept on telling him as well. And then, like, I think Tay and Sami knew, and they just wrote this for me. And I can hear you say fast forward. That's true. I was gonna tell him, let's fast forward and like let's go out and say fuck like all this shit and everything and let's be together. I was like fast forward and yeah, there we go. There we have it. That's the song that they wrote about me.
I believe that in my heart truly.
I know, right? Guys, my love for G Dragon was also another intense phase of mine, but
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
guys, G Dragon, his tattoos, like they are so, in my opinion, good. Like he has the best tattoos, in my opinion, between all the K-pop idols. Like I wanted to get one thing he has on his, I think, back tattooed on me.
Oh, is it like Too Fast to Live, Too Young to Die?
Yes, it's
I
such.
I too he was my first bias ever.
I can see why.
Yeah. I used to love G-Dragon. I bought his first album, Heartbreaker.
Oh my god.
I had a piano sheet actually, or like a music sheet of Heartbreaker. I don't know why I didn't even play any instruments, but I would just search back in the day, way back then, back in 2009 or whatever. If you searched for like K-pop merch, it'd be like random things. Like it wasn't super easily accessible. So I remember when I wanted to buy like Heartbreaker stuff, I bought the album. I had like sheet music of Heartbreaker for whatever reason, and that was about it. Oh, the question mark earrings. I bought the question mark earrings that were in the music video. And yeah,
Girlie, you should have kept them because I feel like they're worth a lot now.
I can't find them anymore. Like actually can't find them physically in my house anymore, and I can't find them online anymore either. But they were like super cheap and yeah.
Interesting.
Mm.
I think his album, guys, let's just give G Dragon a credit. I think his album is one of the most unique ones, and I think like actually I'm gonna say something very problematic. I feel like as much as people like to say like, like second gen didn't play a big part, I feel like G Dragon himself like actually contributed a lot to K-pop. Like his contributions, like the ones that I can think of on top of my head is Lightstick. No other group had it. He created it for like VIPs, and then we had like mini albums. Mini albums was his idea and everything, and so much more. Like he's the first, I think, idol, not the first, but at least one of the most prominent ones to actually write and produce music. And most of the music he produced actually became hits as well.
Yeah, I still see G Dragon in K-pop today. Like his voice, his sound. Like there are idols that I feel like sound like him. Like Hongjung from ATEEZ, I feel like he kind of sounds a little bit like G Dragon, or
Hmm.
Dawn, the
Yeah.
soloist. He also kind of sounds like G Dragon as well.
Oh my god, guys, actually like I have the his album, like the latest one before he went on military leave, and it's so cool. I will try to go upstairs and bring it, but it's literally like, a USB with blood and everything.
Mhm.
And like, the USB, like when you plug it in, it has the photos and it's his birthday and everything. He's an artist. Like he had so many visions and he had so many like themes in his music. Like his music, the music he's written is so different. Like he has written very, very deep songs. He actually wrote another song about me as well, I feel like. I feel like he would.
Okay.
Oh
I'm
my god. Have you guys heard Obsession by G Dragon? It's such a good song. Like,
Is it
oh,
the one where the music video he's like really creepy and following this girl?
is that the one?
No, I
I
think
think
that's
it's.
She's Gone. I
I
think
think.
that's She's Gone, I don't remember
Oh my god!
actually.
I haven't listened actually to She's Gone, but his first album actually has a lot of bad songs. I feel like
His first album?
his first album was received a lot of hate and he was depressed because a lot of people didn't like the album. And actually, when you listen
Mm.
to it compared to his other work, it's so like like I feel like it's so not him.
It's very like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Do you remember that song?
Oh my god, yes. And like I didn't think that it's sexual, but now I generally think it is.
Oh,
You
how?
didn't know that? I don't know. Like I'll find the lyrics. Anyways, Obsession.
I'll find the lyrics for I Can't Breathe for you.
I wish you were my lover for just a moment in Obsession. Please, please, I pray. Oh my god, this is a song for us K-pop fans. Us together. because I love her so much. My greed keeps growing. I want you for myself. You by yourself. Don't run. Don't escape. Well, this sounds very intense.
Oh, what year was this released in?
2010?
Okay, that sounds so 2010. Second gen K-pop was all about like the stalker vibes. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I was like, I don't want to say that. Yeah, like it's so stalkery. Like time
Mhm.
passes and it's been years I've seen you. So what? Oh, okay. All I do is call your name in front of you. I couldn't stand meeting as friends. No, I'm going crazy. No, I grow crazier the more I meet you. My head gets fuzzy. My heart is confused. I don't know what I'll do either. Yeah. Okay. Eyes that cry. I love it when you look at only at me like this. Say dear. I don't remember the songs being this bad. Maybe my 19-year soul was too delulu.
I think, yeah, it's very possible.
It's my obsession. Don't curse me. That's my obsession. Don't look away. Don't tell me, please. That's my obsession. If only I could hold you once. I wish you were my lover for a minute. But the spot I prepared so beautifully for you doesn't look that happy. I don't think. But then now he's saying, not even a word, but it's okay, dear. It doesn't bother me. I'm happy we're together. I'll stay by your side and protect you forever. So now they're together?
I don't know. I don't know that song very well. But you're saying I Can't Breathe is sexual?
Yeah, I definitely think it is.
Okay, so I can't breathe no more. I can't sleep no more. In this crazy world, that cold heart of the city, I'm alone. I can't live no more. I can't stop no more. Even if I close my eyes, I can't hear you breathing anymore. I can't
Okay,
deny a night I quietly sleep. You appear in me. You're so beautiful. Hey, gorgeous, sweet, amazing lady. I know you want it, baby. Okay. You and me hardcore right now till you say no more. Okay.
you
Okay.
see, I
Okay.
was like, I'm pretty sure I remember it. Like, I remember like being like, this is very sexual. But then in the very beginning, it was like sounding a little bit like, then you see, hardcore baby.
Yeah, well, I was just a little child at the time, so I don't know. I wouldn't have caught on that. But I'm pretty sure within this album he had a collab with Dara, right?
Yeah, oh my god, that sound is so good.
Hello, sexy boy, Idol, hello, handsome boy, Idol, hello, hello.
I was the biggest Sandara fan. I was biggest like was it called no? What is their drag dark? Like I don't remember,
Dara
but I was the
gone.
no, oh my god, I was the biggest fan of them. In my delusional head, I was sure that they're going out or they were dating. Guys, when he came out of military, I was just like, I was like, watching it during work, and I was like so excited. I was like, oh my god, he's back. We're gonna get new music and everything. And then I remember like for his shoes, right? Because he released a collab shoes, Nike. And I remember that I couldn't get it because it was so loud.
I
So
remember that. You were gonna buy a pair that weren't even your size.
I know, and then also I was so like desperate that I was willing to go and buy a fake, but I was like, I'll buy a pair that, as Angelina said, that doesn't fit me because I was just so insane about G Dragon. Like my insanity was too much. Like it was just so crazy. G Dragon was so amazing in my opinion. Guys, you know his
On
name actually means G Dragon from Korean?
Cause it's Kwon Ji-young. So
Even
Ji
his name.
Young Ji Dragon.
Yeah. Even his name?
He's a genius for sure.
He literally is a genius.
On that note of like you thought he and Sandara would end up together, I think there was a lot of rumors back then too. Like people were really convinced that they were together actually, especially after their song. Hello, sexy boy.
But I think they were definitely together, but we're not gonna talk about it. But I wasn't there,
Okay.
but like I definitely think that like there's no way. Like I can bet on my life that most of these idols, like they actually date their other bandmates from the same company, but we don't hear about it or we don't know about it. I mean, think of
SM.
yeah.
They were like interdating for sure. I don't remember who, like Crystal and whoever.
Oh my god, it was like I think it was Who was it that dated Bacon? I
Wasn't
don't
it
remember.
Taeyeon?
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, 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 definitely. Like I feel like like there's no way that Sulgi, who was training since she was really young, and with Taemin, that nothing like happened like at some point. Like you definitely would develop a crush, I feel like, or something, and then later on maybe develop. But there was also a rumor that I feel like Sulgi and Taemin also dated. Like there was a rumor as well. I feel
I feel
like.
like it would be so much easier to date someone within your company because then you don't have to deal with like PR management with a different company. You don't have to coordinate anything. Like when Kai and Jenny started dating, it was like, okay, SM didn't YG say like we have no comment and then SM was like, yes, we're confirming this and it's like,
I mean, I don't think. Okay, my opinion on that is that I don't think Kai and Jenny actually did. I think it was just a PR for
oh,
for her solo, and that's just me because there's no way. I mean, Jenny looks very stressed out, but I don't think there's would be any way that Jenny and Kai would have just like dated and then for that short amount of time. If that makes sense,
okay.
I think it was
Yeah,
mostly PR.
it's weird, isn't it? I don't know. Like and didn't they also, like, announce their breakup? I just feel it's weird.
I just think that they probably it was either a PR or they were just like, casually dating and it got out. Whereas like for Jisoo and this man, guys, don't get me wrong, I've seen his show, but I don't remember his name now. But this man are dating now, and honestly, I think that she deserves so much better, but each to their own.
I love how I love how I love the way you worded that because I feel like it could have been a lot worse. I'm ready to cut it out.
Which one?
But never mind.
Oh yeah, like no, like I think like DC deserves so much better, like, but each to their own, like, But I'm surprised that YG this time didn't say that we can't confirm or it's their personal matter. They actually confirmed it. So that was really weird. And I feel like maybe it's because it's serious, and then like maybe that Jisoo is actually now old and that she needs to and she needs to settle.
There we
But
go
no,
with Aegis Sherry again.
I'm so
Here's
sorry.
here's my theory. I think um I don't know. From what I think of Jenny, obviously we don't know idols. That's very clear. What I think of Jenny is that she's a more private person, let's say. And I feel like they're at the point in their career where, sure, they could be openly dating if they wanted to, but maybe YG asks them, do you want to go public with this? Because we can confirm it or just not say anything. I feel it could be up to them. I think they're at that point in their career where they can make those decisions, but I don't know.
Actually, that's a very good point, and I do like I can now see it. Like I can definitely see it. Maybe honestly, it's just that they didn't want to go public, and YG just didn't confirm it. So, oh my god, speaking, I don't know why these random K-pop things are coming to me now. It's like it's coming in a flashback. But guys, did you know that G Dragon has a private Instagram account? And I went through. I think I found it, and I went and through hoops and like through so much trouble, and I found it and everything, and I knew it was him, and I requested to follow it, but he never accepted. I wonder why, but
I wonder why. Oh my
but
god,
guy.
and memories are coming to me too cuz I I can cut this out if you want, but I remember you sending me like screenshots of like you messaging different idols.
Oh my no, honestly, I was gonna go to that as well. Guys, when Lauren from Black Label debuted, I was like full on video calling. I was like calling, and I was like this. I was like so attracted. I was like, this is it. Like I go through phases, but yeah, I remember finding G Dragon's private Instagram, and I wish I would remember so I could tell you all, so you guys could go and follow. Maybe one of you gets accepted. um,
You're such a girl's girl and I love it. You're here for the people, you know?
I'm just here to contribute, but and I remember like I don't know if anybody know this or they remember or anything, but his Instagram account at some point got like, exposed, got hacked and everything. And then people could see the photos in there and like it was very obvious that he was dating this like Japanese model. Like she was full on his lap. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah, I remember the model part because I remember you talking to me about that.
Yeah, like she was full on like sitting on his lap and everything and doing like copulation. But yeah, so that's there is K-pop fact of the day. Like, let me see if I can find the. I'm pretty sure it happened. Did you hear about the recent controversy that like Top apparently unfollowed G Dragon or something, or G Dragon unfollowed Top or some shit?
No, I haven't. I feel like there's a lot going on with him, and I haven't really paid a lot of attention to it.
Honestly, honestly, I feel like Top needs to just. Oh yeah, netizens find Top blocked G Dragon on Instagram. Yeah,
Oh. Well, how
yeah.
do
So
they
that
find that? Like, how do you know
I
you
don't know.
blocked someone unless someone says I was blocked? Like, how do they know that?
How did they find that? That's a very good question. They don't say how they found that. Okay, yeah, though. He withdrew from Black blah blah blah. We can't fully know Top state of mind, TOP's state of mind, but still, all the likes G Dragon clicked on TOP's post have disappeared. That's how I know he blocked him.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, that's a good point, right?
Well, I don't know. How do you know it
Yeah.
disappeared? Like oh, okay, like I guess you okay. I don't know.
Maybe G Dragon just went and unliked everything.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, so there's that. But G Dragon account getting exposed. Culprits behind the leak of G Dragon's intimate details exposed. There we go. With Nana Komatsu. I don't know if I said it right, but there were full of photos, like like this. I don't know if you can see.
Kind of. I think I heard about that.
Yeah, so there we go. That's an update, guys. That's a new information that I taught you from my very crazy days. Not that you're gonna do anything with this fact that is in my brain, but
Everyone's very appreciative of all your knowledge.
thank you, thank you. Customers are. Oh, maybe I should have not said that.
Let's cut
Okay, cut that part. Let's cut that part.
this open
Um,
book exposing where she works.
I know. No, no, let's cut that. But I was gonna talk about Somi's album actually. I listened to it, and I
Mhm.
think the album was very weak, personally.
Okay.
It's very good that Somi is writing and producing her music, and I think she made the right choice of going with Black Label, because I think Label has helped her grow a lot, and like of course she gets to be with Teddy, the best person. But
Yes, like that's probably why she decided to go to the Black
yeah,
Label.
exactly.
I really don't think Somi cared to write her own music. I think she just saw Teddy and thought, "Hey, let's go here."
But there's a truth about this. Like, I've watched the Somi blog, and she was like, he was literally kneeling or something, like, bowing to her parents and everything. And like, she loved she loved 21 and Blackpink, and she really wanted to work with him, especially she loved his music. So there's some truth behind this, I think. But I think Somi, like as a whole, like she was, I think, put into start. She was hated a lot. From what I've heard during the time she was like, in Eyes. Was she in Eyes One? No, she was in IOI.
No.
Sorry, she was in
Iowa, yeah.
IOI. And I think like she was put into stardom really early on, and that she also I think was supposed to be member of Twice, which is really interesting that that did not happen. She was gonna
And
be a member
Itzy
of
as
ITZY,
well.
yeah. But I think she did the right thing that she went with Black Label because it helped her grow, and you can definitely see that. Like I think she has written really good songs. Well, I personally don't think the album was strong enough, and I think like it could have been better, especially after 2 years. Like it could have definitely been better. And I listened to the song "Fucked Up."
Mhm.
I really like that. And then some of the song, like I think I told you as well, sounds like a G Dragon song. Like it doesn't sound like something. Maybe this is her artistry, and I'm not seeing it. But a lot of people actually said that they like the B sides and they feel like it shows her personality more than the title track. And I think like fast forward, right? I really, really like it, but I think it could have been more intense. Like as in like
Okay.
it could have been more like, full on. Like I feel like it lacks a little bit. Like it ends very quickly. It just doesn't have the bump, like like the crazy beat drop that Teddy has that makes the song like at the very end go like, I don't know how to say it. Like it builds up to something very, very big and huge. And I think that's what I loved about Blackpink's songs. It was just the end that was like so intense and huge and like that ratatata, ratatata. Like,
I think it's
but
so funny that like the majority of people complain about that Teddy B drop and you're like, "No, give me more."
honestly, guys, a beat drop by Teddy saves lives, in my opinion. A beat
But
drop a day takes the doctor away.
I love that. But on that note of Somi's fast forward, and to be honest, I really wanted the theme of this podcast to be like around unstanding a group, but
Mm.
clearly it's going to be surrounding um being delusional.
Well,
So, on that note, I do want to talk about a one specific comment that I got on one of my shorts in regards to Somi's music video. We talked about this. I'll
yeah.
just get it off my chest. So I pointed out that there might have been a mistake in her music video, like the bobby pin sticking out of her hood.
Which I
And
think it
then
is as well.
you think it's a mistake as well, but K-pop stands like they think I'm attacking Somi, and so instead of just being like, "Oh, cool, that might have been a mistake, who knows?" They're all in my comment section being like, "Actually, like you're making a big deal out of nothing. Why are you watching the music video so intensely?" It's like I just watched it once and saw bobby pins. Are you watching the music video with your eyes closed? Like I don't understand. And there's like one commenter who's like, as an editor, I can assure you that it's purposely meant to be there. And I'm like, what do you mean as an editor? Like, sure, I edit stuff all the time and I try to rewatch it so many times to make sure everything is good, that there's no mistakes, but mistakes happen all the time. There's a Starbucks cup in a Game of Thrones episode. There's compilations of
Oh
errors
my
in music
god.
videos. There's
I didn't know that.
compilation there's compilations of errors even in multi-million dollar movies. So, like, sure, editors do their best to make sure everything is okay, but sometimes errors actually happen. So it just makes me laugh because I see comments like that all the time. And I always wonder if the people are telling the truth. Like, as this profession, as this person, whatever, I can assure you this is absolutely wrong. And they're trying to debunk something that doesn't really need debunking. And I always wonder if they're telling the truth. So it's nothing against that specific commenter, but I see it all the time. And there's sometimes people who are exposed as not even being what they say they are after the fact. And it's like anyone can pretend
Hmm.
to be anything to debunk something. And I just think it's delusional. I
Hmm.
think I should be able to point out a potential mistake in a music video and not get berated. Like,
Oh my god. Like, well, I mean, like, yeah, 100%. It's not a big deal. Like, we all make mistakes and it's normal. And very crazy that Teddy did not see the mistake, but but
I mean, I don't think he edited the music video, but I will say, however, that you did give me really good advice because I was really like heated about
mm,
this comment.
mm,
And you were like, I think you're taking it too personally. And it clicked in my head that I am. I am taking it way too personally. Like
mm.
it's just a random person who may or may not be pretending to be someone they're not to debunk something that
Yeah.
doesn't need debunking. So I appreciated that advice, and it kind of goes back to like no matter what anyone says about how delusional you are or if they berate you or talk
Hello?
badly about you, you're still going to live your life and you're going to be unbothered about it. So I love Sherry. I appreciate Sherry, and her attitude is what we need more of in this world. Stay delusional. Oh no. Oh no, she froze. Oh no. Okay, so we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're back. We were talking,
Thanks to Australia's amazing Wi-Fi.
so we were talking. I was actually praising you for your attitude. You just like your carefree attitude. You were telling me how I was just taking things too personally, and you shouldn't do that. And I was just saying more people should be like Sherry and to stay delusional.
The thing is, like, we don't know if they're telling the truth or not. I think it's a bit extreme that they're not allowing, like, it's just a comment that you made. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you hate Somi. Matter of a fact, I don't think you have like any hate or anything towards any groups other than SM, like, you're an SM anti.
Yeah.
But I don't think you do, and which makes sense because you don't know these people personally. So why would you go out of your way to hate somebody? You only hate the
Mhm.
people who do you wrong.
Mhm.
So I think like it's just very insane that we cannot, like, you cannot make comments about these kind of things. But like also, like, if the person commented this, like, we don't know if they're lying or truth. We don't know that. Which, like, as you said, mistakes happen. Like, we are humans. We are prone to error, and like, even if you want to be perfect, perfection like doesn't happen. And that was the biggest thing that I tried to learn, which I was a perfectionist. I am a perfectionist, and mistakes happen all the time. And I literally just searched up the Starbucks and Game of Thrones because I was so curious.
Mhm.
And I saw it, and like, yeah, like it does happen. And but like these kind of comments, like, I think the best thing to do is just not take them personally, because at the end of the day, you're just doing your job, and this is your job. And like, it doesn't matter what they say or what they think. Like, when I saw the comments about me being delusional and all of these crap, I was just like, I don't take any of these seriously. I don't even care about them. I continue with my saying that Shutdown and Pig Venom are deep.
So deep.
I know. Oh my god, I love the Aussie accent. Mate, like, it's coming through.
I've been practicing. But seriously, I have been trying, like, it's not that I thought I was problematic before, it's just that definitely I received a lot of backlash before. And I've been trying to be more positive. It's not fun to just constantly being berated. No matter what you do, you're going to be berated anyways. But I've been trying to be less problematic, do more news, less, commentary per se, and people tend to be a little bit nicer, but it is K-pop at the end of the day, and there's always like this such intensity. And I read a comment from someone that said this is why K-pop's never going to go mainstream, and nobody's going to take it seriously because the fans are just ridiculous a lot of the time.
Yeah, like, honestly, like, fans are so intense. Like, this shit that they like, I mean, it's just so intense, like, so insane that a normal person, like, a non K-pop fan that reads these, they're like, whoa, oh my god, what's happening and everything. And actually, I read some of the comments about the post that you made about um what song that was like sounding like Give It To Me Worth It. Yeah, It's See Cake, I think, was it?
Yes.
Or some song that I sent you, and the comments were so ridiculous. I was like, she's just having fun, but these people were just so mean for no reason.
Yeah. It's like you can't say that something even reminds you of something because then you're actually putting the idol in super a bad light and it's totally not okay. Um that's okay. That's kind of what I like about K-Netizens actually. At least they're realistic about things. Like at least they don't try to sugarcoat everything all the time. And this is just from what I read on articles that are translated. So take that with a grain of salt, but I feel like there's a lot of toxic positivity. Well, on that note of K-Netizens, I actually prepared a game for us today. So this game is
Oh my
called
god.
K-Netizen or Sherry, where we basically get to guess whether a statement was made by a K-Netizen on a forum or Sherry.
I'm so curious because I don't even know what's gonna be. What shit did I say that is gonna be exposed now? And this is it. I'm gonna be canceled. But I'm
Okay,
ready.
number one, aespa is a straight up copy of Blackpink.
Definitely Sherry and K-Nezis, actually. Both of us.
That was a trick one because it's both of you.
Yeah. Oh my god. I've definitely said that, and I know it's problematic, guys, but come on. Like, I mean, four-member group, lack of songs, lack of, like, content, like, all of these things. And we had Karina as an all-rounder, like Jenny, and K-Netizens agree as well. I remember like being the first person who said it, I feel like.
You really paved the way. But also, in your defense, you were like the context of that comment in particular, you were like comparing Blackpink to aespa in the sense that they have like all their songs are made by the same producer.
Yeah, like a lot of other SM groups never had a constant producer. But this was the first time that SM has had a constant producer for a group, and that's Yu Youngjin. And like, you can definitely hear his sound all over. Like before even Girls on Top music even came out, I knew, like, the credits came out. I was like, I knew this was him. I know him. I hear him and everything. But Spicy was produced by DM, I think another person, but I'm pretty sure like still like very similar. But yeah,
With a face and wealth and popularity like Jisoo, a girl like her deserves higher standards for men.
again, both of us
Yeah.
guys, when I saw who she's dating, I mean, don't get me wrong, like they're like he's okay. I mean, my like John at work is worse. Like, it's not like he's a king. He looks so much worse.
Not
But
John.
no, John, like, John is like the worst of them all. But this guy, like, but yeah, Jisoo, I feel like could do so much better. Like, I mean, there is amazing, good-looking actors, which like Lee Min Ho. There's Lee Dong Wook. Oh my god, I don't even know how to say his name correctly. My friend actually called me out for it. But guys, he is so good-looking.
The name Lee in Korean is pronounced E, just E. They added the extra letters for fun, basically. I read about this because on a passport you can't have a name that's just one letter, right? And E can just be one letter. So they had to make it a bit longer. So they ended up writing it like Lee. Do you know what I mean? So it's just E.
No. Wait,
Yes.
so his name is Dong, like, is it correct? Dongwook? Is that correct? How do you say that?
I would say Lee Dong-wook.
Oh my god.
That's how I would
It's like
say it. Names that are like Lim is like Im. Anyways.
Korean lessons. I actually asked somebody like to teach me Korean recently.
Oh. How is that going?
They told me to just say Samchun. And
Samchun.
I just she and
Ah,
Ajuma.
John Samchun.
Oh my god, you know what? That's actually one of the girls I worked with told me to call him that.
Do it and then come back to us and tell us how he reacted to that.
Well, somebody told me to call him Oppa.
It wasn't me. I didn't say that. I'm not encouraging this.
It was his friend who was like, go and call him Oppa and see his reaction.
And did you?
No, I would never. I only called Teddy Oppa.
Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. So the next one is, are you going to deny that GD outshines TXT and every 5th gen boy group, even aespa?
That's definitely Sherry. I don't think K-Netizens care that much. Actually, I've never ever said such a thing as K-Netizens.
No, this is word for word something you've said. I like copy pasted it.
Oh my god, did I say that? Oh my god, do I care that much? Why did I bring
I just,
TXT into this?
I don't know. And just the at the end even you're just like even aespa. I don't even know why that came up. You were just in one of your moods where you were like praising everything GD was doing and you just wanted to bring everyone into it. I think I was talking about TXT. I'm like, oh, I like their new song. And then it turned into how everyone is copying G Dragon. And
I don't remember this. I don't recall this. I don't recall this disgraceful behavior. But I mean, I mean, let's be realistic, okay? Everybody is copying GD, and GD still outshines everybody. Peace out.
fair enough.
But that's my opinion,
Uh,
guys. Your opinion differs.
so that's all I could find really. Um, but I thought it was a
Hmm.
really fun game. And I.
I was expecting worse. I was expecting like so much worse. Like things. I think I've said so many things that would have made me canceled so quickly.
Oh, yeah, but, like, I don't want you to die or anything. Like, I care
Um,
about you.
Thank you for being considerate.
We don't need, like, hashtag apologize to TXT like, trend worldwide. The Australian news covering it, you know?
Oh my god. I mean, you never know. Maybe one day we will get to that bit.
I mean, let's hope not.
I'll be on the Australian news for the shit that I've done.
Hashtag apologize to TXT and aespa and every other group except for G-Dragon.
Exactly. G Dragon deserves the best.
So that is basically it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to have Sherry back on to talk about minors in K-pop. I think that would be really interesting. We have a lot to say about that.
I feel like I have a lot of controversial and take on it that it's not going to be like well perceived. But yeah, like I'll definitely come back and we will talk more about fifth gen as well because I don't think I know fifth gen and I think you can introduce me to them. I don't know the fifth gen groups
Mhm.
anymore. I'm gone. But maybe in the next week or so, maybe I will be a Blink again because you never know. My taste changed so quickly.
You'll come back for sure. I have no doubt. You'll see the light eventually and come
I'll
back.
see the light. The light. I will definitely come back. If they have a comeback, I will come back.
So thank you so much for watching. If you want Sherry to come back, please like this video. Maybe share it with some friends you don't have. As for us, we're going to get going. It's pretty late where you are, like almost 1 a.m., I think.
Yes.
So we're going to let Sherry go to bed, do some studies maybe. But thank you for joining us, and
Mhm.
we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Oh,
Follow me on Instagram.
oh no, not again. She's frozen.